What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, the channel where we keep things real. And today we are going to be talking about a domiciliary carer payslip which has been circulating all over social media. This domiciliary carer payslip has something like £600 as a monthly pay, and all over social media people have been complaining of daylight robbery, extortion, abuse, and all the nasty comments that you can imagine. And obviously this has been discouraging to people who want to come overseas as domiciliary carers, live-in carers, healthcare assistants, nurse aides, and so forth and so on. So in this video I'm going to be talking about this payslip, and because I keep things real, I'm going to be saying things as they are. I'm not going to be sugarcoating anything. Without wasting any of your time, if you're new to my channel, my name is Pauline Popomoyo. Like I've already said, this is the channel where we keep things real, and if hearing nothing but the truth is something that you're interested in, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. For now, let's get into it.
I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Acting stupid, what's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage.
So guys, I'm going to be sharing with you a payslip which I've seen circulating on social media. And the honest truth is, when I first saw that payslip, the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, what a beautiful nation the United Kingdom is. I looked at the gross pay for a domiciliary care worker, and the gross pay was standing at £2,250. So when I looked at that gross pay, I compared it with my own salary. So what I did was I quickly rushed into the HMRC app to see, okay, if I was to get a gross salary of £2,250 on a monthly basis, how much am I going to be taking home? So this is what the HMRC app said to me. So HMRC is responsible for collecting our taxes here in the UK. So I use this app to calculate my monthly pay. So I took the amount of money in that payslip, which was £2,255, and I wanted to calculate it monthly so that I see how much I'll get on a monthly basis. And after calculating, my monthly take home is expected to be £1,823.95, and the tax from that amount of money that the government takes is £431. So this app also shows you the national insurance which the government takes, and the national insurance in this particular pay is £189. So checking with this payslip which was distributed online, the tax was £241, and looking at the national insurance it was £189, which is similar to what is in my own payslip. Of course, differences in tax are expected because probably my tax code is different, but because the national insurance amount is more or less the same, there's a possibility that this is an authentic payslip. So guys, according to the HMRC app, if I was to get that amount of money which the domiciliary care worker got, I was going to take home £1,800 without any deductions. Is that not an amazing amount of money, guys? Why am I saying it's an amazing amount of money? Is because I'm a UK registered general nurse, you understand? But before I came here to UK, I was a nurse in my own country. And being a nurse in my own country, all I ever dreamt of was climbing the ladder and climbing the ladder. And from the time I finished my training, that was around 2007, all I was doing was going to school so that I specialized. I specialized in education. I specialized in pediatrics. I did extra courses. I did things like management and all those things just to boost my CV. And after boosting my CV and after becoming a tutor at a hospital, my end of the month pay that I was taking home at that point in time was just an equivalent of £50 here in UK. So can you imagine a situation whereby I was a tutor, I was doing this course and that course and that course and that course, and doing all those courses over a span of 10 years. So for the 10 years of my life, I never rested doing this course and that course and that course and that course just to post my CV. But at the end of the day, I only got £50 as a take home at the end of the month. So can you see how beautiful the United Kingdom is? Because if you are looking at domiciliary care work, if you are looking at things like live-in care work, what are the requirements for you to actually become a domiciliary care worker? What are the requirements of you to actually become a live-in carer? You'll discover that for you to become a domiciliary care worker, you don't need specific qualifications. You can go online and do your 15 care courses for free, for that matter. And if you have that desire to care, because they can assess you from interviews and they see that, oh, this person is passionate about caring, maybe they took care of their grandmother, they took care of their husband, they took care of a child with autism and things like that, they can actually offer you a job to come and work as a live-in carer here in UK. They can offer you to come and do a job as a domiciliary care worker here in UK. You understand? So I spent 10 years going to school learning this, and that, and I was paid £50 at the end of the month. But this amazing nation called the United Kingdom, you can only do your core courses. You can go and do an SA training, which will not take you 10 years of your life, studying this and studying that and studying that, and at the end of the day, you get paid £50. You come to UK, you are paid £1,800 at the end of the month. Smash that like button if you think £1,800 is an amazing amount of money compared to £50. Smash that like button if you think £1,800 is an amazing amount of money for someone who has just gone online and did 15 care courses and has a desire to care and has come to UK. No need to go to university, no need to pay exorbitant university fees, but you can go online and have free courses and come and work in UK and earn £1,800. You understand, guys? And if you're coming to work as a domiciliary carer here in the UK, you are not going to be facing deduction after deduction after deduction. So I'm now going to show you this individual's payslip where they eventually ended up with £600. So you can see, guys, this individual had some deductions. So there's the admin fee, and I cannot come and sit before you and lie and say the United Kingdom is not governed by the rules and regulations. If an employer is coming out to pay you, they are governed by the rules and regulations of the UK government. And the rules and regulations of the UK government state that you are protected against your employer making deductions from either your pay or wages. And then it goes down there to say, before making any deductions, your employer must tell you in writing the full amount you owe and make a demand of the payment. This must also be in writing. Then it goes on to say, rules for making deductions from your pay. Your employer is not allowed to make a deduction from your pay or wages unless it is required or allowed by law. We're talking of things like tax and national insurance. You agree in writing to a deduction. Your contract of employment says they can. And then it goes on, and I'll read at the bottom where it says, it is to recover an earlier overpayment of wages or expenses, or it is a result of a court order. So this goes on to show you guys that it is illegal for an employer to withdraw any funds or take any funds from your pay without any prior agreement. So you can see, guys, according to the rules and regulations of the UK government, an employer is not allowed to make any deductions without you agreeing with him. An employer is not allowed to make any deductions if it is not in your contract. I was telling people in my Telegram group that I was talking to my friend and we were laughing about her like 3 years ago because she has been living in UK for a long time, but she is a domiciliary care worker, and she was telling me of a situation whereby she ended up earning £200 per month for consecutive months. And she was laughing, saying, I was earning £200 per month because I loved things so much. And what did she mean when she said she loved things so much? When she started working with the employer, she needed to have a car. She didn't have a car. And most of the time, if you're doing domiciliary work, you need to have a car. So the employer came to her and said, okay, since you don't have a car, but you do have a license, would you like the company to purchase a car on your behalf and will take monthly installments from your pay? She agreed. We are also going to pay for your road tax. She agreed. We are also going to pay for your insurance. She agreed. So the company took the car on her behalf. So there were other deductions that she agreed to within the company. So they agreed, I'm going to take £200 for the car. And if you're driving a car like mine, for installments, you can pay £300 per month. And then for insurance, you pay £200 per month, which means if you choose to have a car like mine and you've agreed that the company deducts something from you, they're going to deduct £500 from your salary. And maybe you're coming from overseas, you have agreed that for the first 3 months, you are going to pay my rent. And if they pay your rent, they agree with you that, okay, we are going to deduct £200 every month. You have agreed to that. No employer is allowed to deduct from your salary without you agreeing. People have been complaining all over social media. This is not fair. This is not what. You are bound by a contract. There is nothing wrong with the employer deducting as much as they deducted because that is what the individual agreed to. Which brings me to an important point. When you are coming to UK, like I've given you an example of my friend, because of that excitement, she took a car and everything and all that. And when her pay came, she earned only 200. And this is something she had agreed in writing. And if you put something in black and white, you are agreeing that the employer is going to withdraw. Even if you agree that the employer is going to withdraw £1,000, that is your choice. So when someone comes out there and puts a payslip like that in the social media just to give people a headache, in my opinion, that is not fair. And can you imagine how you're going to feel if you are the employer and you have agreed with someone that you have hired from overseas that this is how I'm going to be deducting your money, and they put their signature down that this is it, but the next thing they are tarnishing your image all over social media. Do you see, guys, that is not fair? Do you see, guys, that is not a good thing? Because the person threw the payslip on social media but did not give us a story. So we cannot take sides and say, oh, this is wrong. They deducted so much data, but they left there with £600. She or he agreed to that, and the employer did as what was agreed in the contract, written in black and white. Understand, guys? So the most important thing that I'm going to tell you today is that if you're coming to UK, I've done a video about contracts. I was talking to nurses about contracts. If you have not watched that video, I'll leave it in my description box so that you go and watch that video so that you have an idea of what to expect in a contract. What you have to understand is that when you are given a contract, before you append your signature on that contract, before you agree to anything, you go through that contract page by page, sentence by sentence. Because I myself, when I came here to UK as a nurse, the first few months were not easy because I had to pay back the money. Examples of money that you need to pay back. You have to pay back the flight tickets. You need to pay back for the accommodation. You need to pay back for OSCE. You need to pay back. There are a whole lot of things that you need to pay back for. You understand? And before I got my first pay, my admin sat down with me and said, Pauline, the organization is going to pay OSCE for you. It's going to be £900, whatever amount it was. Your flight tickets costed this much. Your accommodation costed this much, and so forth. And he said to me, how long do you want to pay this money over? Do you want to pay it over 1 year? Do you want to pay it over 2 years? Do you want to pay it over 3 years? Because this was a 3-year contract. And then I had to make a choice. If you want to pay it over 1 year, you'll be paying £500 per month. If you want to pay it over 2 years, you're paying £250 per month. If you want to pay it over 3 years, you're paying £100 per month. And I made my own choice that, okay, I'm going to pay it over a year or whatever the agreement was at that particular point in time.
Most importantly, in my contract, there was a clause which stated that if I leave the organization before completing the 3-year contract, from my last payslip, they will take a lump sum of their money, or they will take all the money back one way or the other. So this could be an instance with this payslip that we're talking about. Maybe the individual left before even finishing their contract, and as agreed in the contract, the employer had to take the lump sum of the money in the last payslip.
So this is the same thing when you come here to UK. They're going to give you a contract, and in that contract there's going to be a breakdown of how you are going to be paying back the money that you owe, because nothing is for free. Even if they are sponsoring you, if they are paying for your flight tickets, if they are paying for your accommodation, if they are paying for your transport, if they are paying for your whatever they are paying for, they need to recover that money, because they cannot do all that for free. Who is that rich to say, I can sponsor 20 people and pay 10,000 for each and every person? No one is that rich here in UK. They pay for you, and you also have to meet the end of the bargain. You have to pay back the money that you owe. Understand, guys? So this payslip which was just thrown on social media by someone, to me, it's just meant to discourage other people. But I'm here to tell you that, guys, do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged if you are coming to UK and they are going to be earning £1,800 as a domiciliary care worker. That's an amazing amount of money. And the comments that the person was overworked. The person was not overworked, because if you're on a 44-hour contract, the number of hours that the individual worked, which means they only had an additional extra 3 days per month. Excuse me, I work more than extra 3 days per month. I can work extra 6 days. I can work extra 8 days per month. Only my strength determines how much I work. So guys, let us stop this thing of tarnishing organization images, because that will eventually spoil things for many people. Let us not spoil things for other people. If you are given a contract, make sure before you append your signature in that contract, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. You understand, guys? Do not complain afterwards and say, I've been paid £600. Look, everyone, I have to wave my payslip for everyone to see. I've been paid £600. UK is bad. Employers are bad. UK is a marvelous nation. UK is a very good nation. UK will pay you £1,800 for domiciliary care work, and you don't need to go to university for you to do domiciliary care work. You don't need to study for 10 years for you to be able to do domiciliary care work. So guys, do not be discouraged. UK is a wonderful nation. UK will pay you good monies. And can you imagine if you're getting £1,800 in a permanent job? What if you're now doing agency work? Guys, I shall not speak. I shall not speak. But I've already said everything. Even if I'm not speaking, I've already said everything. And this is all that I wanted to share with you guys. And everyone who reached out to me, do not be discouraged, guys. You just need to be careful when you're signing contracts. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for coming to my channel. And in this channel, we will continue to keep things real. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell, so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Much love from me to you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.